Good evening. Rafizi Ramli cleared up his office today and thanked members of his team at the ministry. Meanwhile, a man has claimed that he was assaulted by a Pahang royal in Kuantan on May 8th. PN has called for the government to set up an RCI on Yusof Roter's case. Stay tuned to find out why. Rafizi Ramli's days as economy minister are almost over, and he's giving credit where it's due to his team. With his exit just days away, Rafizi Ramli paid tribute to the officers who backed his economic vision from the ground up. He said they left thriving careers to help turn his ideas into national policy. In a post on Facebook, Rafizi said the officers had played a crucial role in converting his concepts into workable policies across a broad spectrum of areas. This ranges from agricultural products like chilies, high-tech sectors such as semiconductors, the National Energy Transition Roadmap, progressive wage policies, and the 13th Malaysia Plan, among others. He said now they will return to their respective fields. Rafizi thanked them and said that he learned a great deal from them, perhaps more than they've learned from him. Rafizi had gone into the office for the last time yesterday evening and today for final matters, including to clear it out. Rafizi's last official day as minister is June 17th. He's currently on leave until June 16th and still hasn't revealed his next move, though he's promised an update after Hari Raya Haji. Still on the topic, Prime Minister Ano Ibrahim had said that he wanted Rafizi and Nik Ahmad to remain in the cabinet. This was despite the two having tendered their resignation after losing in the PKR party polls. Anwar had said the two submitted resignations and applied for leave, but he had only approved the leave for now. According to Bernama, Anwar said he is giving time to the two and encouraging them to reconsider their decisions. He added to let them think about it, and personally, he would prefer that they rejoin the cabinet. Anwar, who is the PKR president, said this after attending an organizational empowerment seminar and a closed-door meeting with PKR leaders yesterday. On May 28th, Rafizi and Nik resigned as ministers after losing during the PKR polls. Rafizi took leave until June 16th, while Nik leave is until July 3rd. During the seminar, Anwar also called on PKR members to heal internal rifts and put aside dissatisfaction following the party polls last month. He stressed on the need for unity and maturity for the party's greater mission. He told them to move past internal disagreements and look to the bigger agenda. Police are investigating a member of the Pahang royal family who allegedly stabbed a man at a Kuantan nightclub last month. The alleged incident happened on May 8th, but only came to light after a police report surfaced on social media. The 30-year-old complainant in the report claimed that he was urged by his friend to go to the nightclub after bumping into the royalty twice at an earlier venue. At the club, he said a man believed to be the royal's aide asked how he'd like to resolve things. The aide had then allegedly suggested that the complainant offer an ang pao to the royalty, and he was supposedly told to apologize in person. He was then brought to a karaoke room on the second floor to face the royalty. The complainant claimed that he was scolded, struck with a glass jug by a bodyguard, and the royal allegedly pulled out a folding knife and stabbed him in the buttocks. A staffer at the nightclub reportedly stepped in to stop the attack. When contacted by Malaysia Kini, Kuantan Police Chief Wan Zahari confirmed the report and said investigations are ongoing under Section 324 for voluntarily causing hurt by dangerous weapons or means. He said an arrest has been made to facilitate investigations into the case. Malaysia Kini has contacted the Pahang Palace for comment. If you like the stories we produce, consider supporting us by subscribing to Malaysia Kini. Click the link in the description below or scan the QR code on your screen to subscribe. Perikatan National Chief Muhyiddin Yassin has called on the government to form a royal commission on the Yusof Roter case. This is to investigate whether there were parties involved in framing Yusof with drug and fake gun possession charges. In a statement, he said if proven, all those involved and the mastermind must be given the severest punishment possible. Elaborating, Muhyiddin claimed that the evidence produced by the prosecution against Yusof was doubtful, creating a perception of a malicious conspiracy against him. He added that the judge's verdict to acquit Yusof without his defense being called only proved the suspicions. He also expressed concern that Malaysia may turn into a Gestapo-run country if enforcement agencies blindly follow their political masters' bidding. Muhyiddin's statement came just hours after the Attorney General's chambers urged the public to refrain from speculating or spreading slander over the matter. On June 12, the Kuala Lumpur High Court acquitted Yusof, the former research assistant to Prime Minister Ano Ibrahim, of drug trafficking and possession of 2 imitation pistol charges. Judge Jamil Hussain ruled that the prosecution had failed to establish a prima facie case on both charges. Earlier, the AGC had urged the public to stop speculating and spreading slander over the matter. This is especially if it involves making comments outside of the scope of the court's judgment. In a statement, it said our criminal justice system must never be affected by trial by media, insinuations, or insults. It added that the AGC would study the court's judgment before and will consider all aspects before taking any further action. It stressed that it remains committed to upholding the rule of law based on integrity, fairness, and respect to the judicial system. On June 12, the Kuala Lumpur High Court acquitted Yusof, the former research assistant to Prime Minister Ano Ibrahim, of drug trafficking and possession of 2 imitation pistol charges. Judge Jamil Hussain ruled that the prosecution had failed to establish a prima facie case on both charges. Since the acquittal, several politicians have urged Yusof to sue the authorities over the matter, with PSM urging the authorities to provide him protection. Prime Minister Ano Ibrahim has revealed that the government paid 486,000 ringgit for Dr. Mahathir Mohamad's trip to Japan. The trip was for the Nikkei Future of Asia conference in late May. Mahathir had sent a formal application under an existing provision for former prime ministers. According to Bernama, Anwar said there are provisions for former prime ministers to apply, and if the sitting prime minister approves, the government will bear the cost of travel. He added that he decided to approve it as he didn't want anyone to misunderstand and didn't want to take a negative attitude. He said despite Mahathir's daily criticisms of the government, we still approved his application. The PKR president said this to reporters on the sidelines of a party event in Melaka yesterday. On May 30th, Mahathir was reported to have attended and delivered a speech at the annual Nikkei Future of Asia conference, a platform he has regularly attended over the years. Tragedy struck in Ahmedabad, India, as an Air India flight to London crashed just after takeoff. According to reports, more than 290 people were killed. CCTV Plus cited local police as saying that one surviving passenger from the plane had been rescued. Ahmedabad Police Commissioner G.S. Malik was reported as saying that the survivor, who sat in seat 11A, is currently undergoing treatment. Malik added that the death toll may increase as the flight crashed in a residential area. According to reports, the Boeing 787-8 Dreamliner, carrying 230 passengers and 12 crew members, had crashed into a medical college hostel in a residential area. Air India had said that 169 Indians, 53 Britons, 1 Canadian and 7 Portuguese nationals were among those on the flight. The sole survivor of the crash was identified as a British national of Indian origin, Viswash Kumar Ramesh, who was taken to a hospital. That is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to Kinitv.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, X, YouTube, and Facebook for the latest news updates. I'm Camelia. Thanks for watching.